Hi everyone, I'm Lisa Kaplan with Smart Women Inspired Lives, and welcome to the first step of our SOS Happiness Plan. The first part of our plan is the stress management plan. Let's first talk about what happens when we're under stress. Here's what happens. Our emotional and our physical energy drop way down, and our mood drops way down. And what happens is we get to a space where we either feel really sorry for ourselves, where we kind of go into this victim place, or we get really angry and upset. Either way, if you get to one of those spaces, no room for happiness. So stress literally takes the happiness and joy out of our lives. So what can we do about it? You've probably heard a lot of the basic stress management tips. They're decent tips. Take deep breaths, count to 10, take a walk, all those good things. Those are useful and good, but I think there's something more important, and there's something a little bit differently that I work with my clients. And that is to really think about what you're thinking about for stress, over your stressors. What's your mindset? What's your thought process? So when you have a stressor, what are you saying to yourself about it? What's the thoughts you're having? Because your thoughts lead to your feelings, which lead to your behaviors. So let's talk a little bit about your stressors. Go through a list of stressors and go through them and look at the list and say, what can I control? Which of these stressors can I actually control? The ones you can't, take off your list, because there's nothing you can do about them. But the stressors that you can control, let's use an example. Let's say your kids are misbehaving. I know, nearly impossible. My kids have never misbehaved. Just kidding. So let's say your kids are misbehaving and you feel your stress level going up and you're starting to get upset. So you say to yourself, your thought is, I have the worst kids in the world and I'm going to kill them. And that's your thought process. If that's what you're thinking, your feelings are really angry and upset. So how do you behave? You yell, you scream, maybe you just give up and you don't parent your children. So nothing good came from that, right? So now let's take the same scenario, and instead of thinking I have the worst children in the world, you think to yourself, this is really annoying, but my kids are just normal, misbehaving kids. Then you say to yourself, I know I can handle this. I know what to do. And then you either decide to give some kind of consequences, maybe you change the scenery, maybe you leave the room, or maybe you just decide to ignore it and say, things like this happen. Either way, with the second scenario, you feel better. You feel stronger, more confident, and more calm. Then your behavior reflects that. So think about, what can I control? What are my thoughts around it? Those lead to your feelings and your behaviors. There are a few quick stress type techniques that you can use, and I would strongly recommending having some of those in your back pocket and go to them every day. Maybe it is taking some deep breaths, maybe it's meditation or yoga, maybe it's taking a walk. Maybe for you, stress management is reading a book or taking a quick cat nap. Think about what works for you. Have it on your calendar or your list every day. 5-10 minutes at the most. That's all you need. That'll help you manage your stress. So every time you start to feel a little stress coming on, do a little something to counteract it, and that'll help you. So that's my tips for stress management. So in our next video, we're going to talk about overcoming overwhelm. Thanks so much.